Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all for this last day of Bharat by DHI supported COE and CEFCs at CMTI. As a part of this session, today we have two presentations as a part of business development session. So first, I would like to introduce our first speaker, Dr. Balashanmugam. Dr. Balashanmugam is a joint director at CMTI. He has done his BE and ME degrees from PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore, and he has done his PhD from NIT Surathkal, Karnataka. He was a UNIDO fellow at Lehigh University, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, USA. Since 1986, he has been working in Central Manufacturing Technology Institute, Bangalore, and had involved in development of more than 50 prototypes of machines and special purpose machines in CMTI. His field of interest include micro nano manufacturing, hard turning, and business development. Dr. N. Balashanmugam has made vital contributions towards establishment of Nano Manufacturing Technology Center, NMTC, first of a kind mega project in India. He has 4 inventions and 2 books to his credit and published many papers in journals and conferences. You can contact him through his mail ID, balashanmugam@cmti.res.in. With this brief introduction, I welcome Dr. N. Balashanmugam, sir, to share his presentation. Thank you, sir.
So my screen is saying?
Yes, sir, it is visible. Go ahead.
Yeah. Very good morning to all. Thanks, Mr. Sunil, for a nice introduction. Thanks to Harika for coordination. Okay. I take care of business development activities, as Mr. Sunil said, apart from micro and nano activities in CMTI. CMTI has been pioneer in introducing latest technologies in the country. CMTI has developed numerous technologies in the past that include machine tools, accessories, machine tool accessories, like machine tools, if you take cylindrical grinding machine, horizontal boring machines, gear hobbing machines, many machine tools it has developed, and accessories like universal tooling systems, small device like hydraulic devices. It has transferred to many industries in the past. Now, CMT has traditional technologies, cutting-edge, world-class technologies in micro and nano and precision engineering field, technologies in additive manufacturing for industries to get benefited. I'd like to start my presentation. Yeah, this is my outline of my presentation. So the first I'll start with release 1, which has got major machines in that, products and technologies what we have developed, and these are all available for technology transfer. Next is release 2 and release 3 are mainly mixing machines that are meant for us to make it and give it, and not intending for technology transfer. And also I would be touching upon what are the modalities available for technology transfer, and then I'll conclude. Yeah. These are the technologies in the release 1, 2. There are about 22 technologies. I'll be touching upon some of the technologies, And complete details about all these technologies are available in our website. So I'll few of the technologies I'll be presenting today. So coming to the first one, this is ultra precision turning machine. It was developed in CMTI. It's a world-class product. Only few countries in the world have this technology. This is a third generation machine from CMTI. We had put up more than 2 decades of effort in developing this product. This ultra precision turning machine has been licensed to one of the leading machine tool builders in India. The cost of technology transfer is in crores. It is available for technology transfer on non-exclusive basis. So ultra precision turning is critical for developing many products. It provides form accuracy less than 0.2 micrometer and surface roughness less than 2 nanometer. This is possible with high-stiff hydrostatic slides, aerostatic spindle, and natural granite bed with vibration isolation and active leveling. It can machine piece of maximum diameter of 250 mm and length of 150 mm. That's about the product in a nutshell, and it has the capability to wide variety of ultra precision machining. I have shown here some applications of ultra precision turning. You can see that IR optics used in night vision and thermography application. These IR optics made out of silicon and germanium are machined using ultra precision turning. And then metal mirrors for space and astronomical systems is another area where ultra precision turning is used. And then another very important thing is using this machine, you can do ultra precision machining to get accuracy less than 2 micrometer and surface finish about 2 nanometer and form accuracy less than about 200 nanometer. So next is abrasive finishing machine. This machine was jointly developed with IIT Kanpur. It's an import substitution product. Basically, this machine uses abrasive-laden viscoelastic material, and eye pressure is applied to this abrasive-laden viscoelastic material. It was made to go over the surface of the intricate part of the job, and it removes the peaks of the surface. So the main purpose of this machine is to do finishing, deburring, and rounding up of the edges to mainly meant for difficult to finish, difficult to reach complex parts. Depending upon the workpiece material and its hardness, abrasives like diamond, silicon carbide, or aluminum oxide are used. If it is, if this machine has to be imported, it would cost more than $1 crore. But in India, we can make it in lakhs. This product is available for industries for technology transfer. So we are looking at for suitable industry to acquire this technology. Another interesting application of this machine is that in additive manufacturing, we make complex parts. Finishing up this, again, the additive manufacturing, metal additive manufacturing, the parts produced are having very low surface roughness. So those parts can be finished using this abrasive flow finishing machine. Actually, it supplements additive manufacturing, complements additive manufacturing. That's what I want to kind of. Coming to the next, it says 3D microfabrication systems. So 3D microfabrication. This is the first time it was developed in India. This machine is meant for producing 3D micro parts using UV curable polymer resins. Basically, the polymer resin along with insulators is scanned using UV light for solidification by polymerization process. when you expose UV light over the UV curable resin, small molecules join and form bigger molecules. Entire layer is solidified using UV light. Then layer by layer we build till we reach the complete part. Okay. So with this system, it is possible to make feature size as small as 10 micrometer, less than 10 micrometers possible. And then we can go for laser layer thickness of as small as 5 micrometer. Maximum part size possible is 25 mm3. Using this micro 3D products find applications in microfluidic channels, microneedle for drug deliveries, MEMS devices, etc. Sunderless bond turning machine. This is a traditional machine. This was developed for one of our customers. It is meant for bar peeling of difficult to turn materials like titanium alloy, super alloy materials. It can do both rough turning as well as finish turning in a single pass. It can handle 12 mm diameter to 30 mm diameter, bore length about 2 meters to 4 meters, depth of cut can go up to 2.5 mm and give the ISO 9 tolerance is possible, and you can get quality on the turn bar to about 20 microns. Surface finish saturated is 0.8 micrometer. You can run from 2000 to 1000 RPM. Next is a Sunderless grinding machine. This machine is designed mainly for through-feed grinding. We have developed for one tier 1 auto major. We supply to them. He is using it for grinding of a shock absorber component. This can be converted easily for plunge grinding or CNC version, and it can handle diameter from 8.5 mm to 150 mm. So that's about this machine. This was developed long back. If anybody is interested, they can contact us. Either we can give this machine, make and give it to them, or we can transfer the technology. CNC version also, it's possible. Next is a CNC Keystone piston ring grinding machine. This machine was developed long back for tier 1 auto major. It's meant for grinding of OD and taper portion of piston rings. It has got auto loading and unloading facility. In a minute, it can produce about 60 piston rings. So this is also developed long back, and we are making it available to industries. The next one is ultra-stiff, ultra-precision hydrostatic slide. This was a subsystem of the ultra-precision turning machine, which I presented earlier. It's one of the building blocks of ultra-precision turning machine. And this subsystem can be a part of any ultra-precision machine if one wants to build. Since it's hydrostatic, it is frictionless. And because of that, the life is infinite. It's got a high stiffness, but also hydrostatic fluid dampens vibration. It gives better accuracy of slide movement due to leveling effect of fluid. And it also thermally stable due to good heat dissipation. These are this subsystem we are making it available to industries. They can take it and build their own ultra-precision machines. Next is the pressure impulse test rig. This is mainly to conduct endurance testing of actuators cylinders. This we have developed for strategic sector, and so this is for mainly simulating the load at various frequencies of the pressure and different temperatures. It has got real-time controller for load tuning and real-time data locking and retrieval of the informations. And controlled continuous supply of hydraulic oil at various temperatures at 135 degree up to 135 degrees and pressure of up to 280 bar is possible. Actually, this product we developed for actuator supply to combat aircraft. Then the next one is the remanufacturing of components through additive manufacturing. As I said, CMT has been pioneer in introducing latest technologies in the country. Way back in the year 2000, we established DMLS system, that is powder bed fusion system for metal additive manufacturing. Since then, we have done quite good amount of developmental activities in this additive manufacturing field. Later, we added direct metal deposition facility, wherein powder is fed to the nozzle and laser beam melts the powder. Since a 5-axis machine, it is programmed to deposit wherever required within its build volume. So with this, we have come out with technology for depositing steel on aluminum. So, aluminum bronze, bimetallic parts. So this technology, we have it, and we proved it. It has got good metallurgical bonding, controlled heat affected zone, controlled dilution, good interfacial bonding between two materials, no cracks, no porosity, and no thermal distortions. So industries can contact us or some other bimetallic parts they interested also, they can contact us. Next is remanufacturing of components through additive manufacturing. So using this DMD machines, you can refurbish worn-out parts. Refabrication of worn-out part is going to be a big business in the coming days. So we can use this machine to deposit material on worn-out parts. We have taken a diesel generator's worn-out turbocharger component and refurbished by depositing material at worn-out place. So refabrication costed only 1/10 of the cost of the component. Otherwise, it will be very high. This method gives good metallurgical bonding, no thermal distortion. You can see that heat, less heat affected zone, controlled dilution, good bonding between the parent material and the deposited material, no cracks, no porosity. So this is the build volume possible with this machine. And if anybody is interested, we can contact us. We can provide service apart from providing the technology of this. So that's about the technology profile release 1. Next, I'd like to move on to release 2. This consists of small products and technologies and process. First one is ultra precision. See, you can see that there are about nearly 30 technologies available, products and technologies available for transfer to industries. And the first one is ultra precision air bearing spindle. This is a subsystem of ultra precision turning machine, which I presented earlier. It's a building block like hydrostatic slide for building high precision machines. So this actually there is no metal to metal contact since air bearing is used. This air film separates rotating stationary elements, infinite life due to near zero friction, high stiffness, motion error is less than 100 nanometer. It has got both radial and thrust aerostatic bearing. Stiffness in radial direction is about 80 nanometer, 80 Newton per micrometer. Stiffness is in axial direction is 150 Newton per micrometer. Next one is the air bearing rotary stage. This is yet another building block for building ultra precision machines. It can be used as a rotary stage in laser micromachining systems or any other micromachining systems. It has a load carrying capacity of about 500 newtons. Motion error is less than 100 nanometer. And this is the stiffness in radial and axial directions. Has got good damping and dimensional stability. Yeah, this is what I was telling about that air bearing rotary stage. Next is thermal error compensation for machine tool application. This technology is a cutting edge technology, is a world-class technology. We have used it in our ultrasonic turning machine to improve the performance, accuracy. For more than 5 decades, scientists and engineers have been working on this aspect, mainly to reduce the thermal drift of machine tools. CMT has been working on this for almost last 10 years, and now it has come out with world-class technology, thermal error compensation for machine tools, and we have transferred this to one of the multinational company, and now we are one more leading machine tool manufacturer also we are transferred. Currently, we're working with one machine tool builder from North India for transferring this technology. We like to see this technology goes into almost all machine tool major manufacturers in the country. In this technology, temperature sensors are mounted at each of the machine tools. Temperature data is captured under all varying situations and processed using artificial intelligence-based algorithm, and thermal displacement is calculated and compensated. You can see that on an example. In say before thermal error compensation, a maximum of 63 micro thermal drift was there. After introducing that thermal error compensation module, the error has brought down to 3 micrometer. So it's possible to remove thermal error machining from 70 to 85%. But the salient feature of this module is it's a plug-and play module type, and so we use resistance temperature detector, CNC interface, or it uses artificial intelligence-based algorithm, as I said. So you're making this technology available. Okay, so after transferring this technology to Indian, you'd like to take it to reach international market too. This is a thread measurement system heading. So this is basically it's a non-contact vision-based measurement. Works based on processing the backlit external thread image. You shine a light from one direction, get the image of the product, and process the image. And so here we are using it for thread parameters measurement through non-contact measurement. Future is going to be for non-contact measurement. Okay, there are it offers numerous benefits. Avoids monotonous manual measurement where the volume of measurement is huge. It's highly reliable, and here in this case, my measurement accuracy is plus or minus 10 micrometer. Range is about 30 mm. It can measure features like major diameter, minor diameter, pitch flange angle, root to crest height. So this technology is available, and similar one we have implemented such technologies on in one of the textile machinery manufacturers in their production line for measuring the a component. Next is a controller for 450 and 550 RPM high-speed Sunderless rapier loom. We have developed a high-speed Sunderless rapier loom, and we have currently it is undergoing trial in one of the textile mills in Surat. So as a part of that, we developed a controller also. It is designed as generic in nature, so we can use for loom machines, smart manufacturing, factory automation, CNC control, etc. So some of the features of this controller is it's an INCP is used as a controller, can be expandable up to 32 digital input and output modules, and 4-channel analog output module. Web selection is possible through with innovative logic circuit in the stepper motor control board, and it uses innovative algorithm for tension control. So this we are making it available to Indian industries. It's an import substitution product. Next is battery operated hydrostatic power pack. This is meant for charging accumulator of fighter aircraft brake. Can handle 50 aircrafts per charge. Okay. Maximum charging pressure is up to 210 bar. It's quite light, one switch operations, and duty cycle is about 5 minutes. And this is the size. It weighs about 80 kgs and battery operated. So we are given to one of our customers. If anybody else is interested, they can contact us. We are ready to make it and give, or need to transfer the technology. Temperature sensors. Our sensor technology development facility is working on and developing sensors and micro sensors. So they come out with this temperature sensors mainly for machine tool applications. Okay, it's waterproof. Its size is about 3 mm by 3 mm, and it can measure temperature from -25 degrees Celsius to 2000 degrees Celsius. Accuracy is plus or minus 0.5 degrees Celsius. So it gets a packaging, both high temperature epoxy packaging as well as stainless steel pro packaging is available. Pressure endurance test rig. CMT has the capability to develop a range of test rigs for testing as well as qualifying of hydraulic and pneumatic elements. Here, there's a pressure endurance test rig which you have developed and using it for one of the strategic sector. Here, see qualifying elements for the endurance like MEMS, pressure sensor, hydraulic tubes, hydraulic and pneumatic tubes, valves, all these hydraulic and pneumatic elements can be tested and qualified using the system. So we can use from 20 bar up to 24, 200 bar up to 600 bar is possible. It's also possible to vary the pressure and frequency can have from 1 to 5 hertz. So these are the various waveforms possible, pressure waveforms possible like sine, square, sawtooth, triangles, and user-defined also possible. So either we can make it and give it to you or if industry is interested in acquiring this technology, we can transfer the know-how also. This is process technology for microfluidic channels. Okay, we have a state-of-the-art micro manufacturing machining facility in CMPI. We have from micro milling to laser micro machining. So this is on microfluidic channel fabricated in glass. Okay, so it is possible to make the channels on the surface as well as below the surface. So the application includes point of care devices, stem cell research, and cell culture, also for biological studies. So if some industry is interested, they can contact us. Either we can make it and supply them in few quantities or give a technology for them to use it. Next is process technology for microneedles. As I said earlier, we have state-of-the-art facilities for micro machining. So this, what is shown here is machined by micro milling. So you can see that feature size, the tip diameter is 10 micrometer, much less than also it's possible. Base diameter 100 to 1000 micrometer, height 100 to 1000 micrometers are possible. And mold for making microneedles also possible, because microneedle-based devices are emerging as novel medical devices for drug delivery and for health monitoring. CMT had developed microneedle-based needles-based biopotential electrode for EEG monitoring, and this can be used for long duration for EEG measurement, overcoming the shortcoming with the existing EEG signal acquisition devices. We do have the capabilities to manufacture microneedles using metal as well as polymers. Also, technologies are available for small quantity production to large scale production. So we can, if anybody is interested, those know we are ready to share with the industries. Next is the process technology for aluminum diffusion. It is mainly meant for corrosion protection. Here we applied on one of the threaded components. So if it is applied on fasteners, it can remain in tightened condition in open atmosphere for long duration. See, for example, like windmill, automobile applications. So later, after long duration of usage, these fasteners can be loosened easily without much effort. Okay. So here we have done this aluminization over the threaded profile, flank, crest, and root. On those areas, it was done. So this thickness of the this aluminization is about 60 to 150 micrometer. We got finished about 1.6 micrometer, and hardness of 300 to 320 BHN. That's what got it. So we characterized, we found it as found the purity, particle size, homogeneity, all those things were good. Quite useful for hermetic sealing solutions also. Next is the process technology for leak test tube drilling, micro drilling for container closure integrity testing. When glass and polymer vials are filled with drug or vaccine, it is necessary to ensure container closure integrity. So the pharma companies approached us, having known that we have this micro machining facilities, laser micro machining facilities. Okay, we have made micro holes on that, mainly to simulate the integrity test. Basically, we made micro holes using ultra-fast laser on glass vials and tested. They used it for testing the leakage. We do have capability to drill ranging from 1 micrometer. So the applications involves in pharmaceutical field, medical devices, biotechnology, and food packaging. So if any firms are interested, they can contact us. The next one is software for surface flatness evaluation. CMT has developed this technology for manufacture of granite surface plates long back and transfer this know to industries. Once the granite surface plates are made, it is necessary to measure the surface flatness for calibration purpose. To do this calibration, CMT has developed this software called C-Surflat. So it supports grid pattern calibration method as per IS 12937 1990. And we are making it available, this software package for any industries. Next is about the release 3, the mixing machines. As I said earlier, this we can make it in CMTA and supply to industries. So we have this complete range of starting from 400 kg to 4,500 kg capacity. So we offer quite a range of mixing machines for mixing chemical ingredients. We have both continuous mixer as well as batch mixers. So capacity ranges from 400 kg to 4,500 kg in case of batch mixing. In case of continuous mixing, it is from have from 40 kg to 100 kg per hour. We can provide remote operation capability. Scope exists for homogeneous mixing of ingredients for varied industries such as food, pharmaceuticals, polymer, etc. This mixer will be electro-hydraulically controlled from a remotely located control room. Typically, we use PLC-based control system with SCADA system. So if any industry is interested in any of such product, they can contact us. So all these technologies is what we offer in our websites. One can go through and contact us. See, we also engage NRDC to transfer the technology to carry out the formalities. But before that itself, they can contact us to know about the complete technology, and then we can proceed with the formalities. Okay, so basically we do technology transfer on non-exclusive basis as per government guidelines. In certain cases, technology transfer is done on exclusive basis with a lock-in period. License fee is different, but technology transfer involves license fee and royalty. And what we offer, how do we do that technology transfer? We give complete blueprint of drawings, bill of materials, technological process for critical parts. Each critical parts will give complete process sheets explaining the details of how it's manufactured, bought out items and vendors list, prepare it. So we bought testing protocols, equipments, and machineries and infrastructure, including testing facilities required for that. We also offer our facilities for testing those machines, products, and database of process recipe, and we do complete hand-holding till they become product, till they realize it. So that's what we do it. So for further details, you can contact me or my colleague, Mrs. Sarmila. Thank you. Open to questions. Somebody has got any questions, I'm open to it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Am I in time? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for that informative presentation.
Yeah.
So you can answer your presentation, sir.
Okay, unshare, huh?
Yes.
Okay, there are no questions, miss. I'll stop sharing.
So I request all the attendees to post their queries or questions in the Q&A tab. So we will be answering those questions later after the end of the session. So our
Sunil, you're not audible.
presentation.
Mr. Sunil, you're not audible.
Yeah, is it audible now? Is it audible?
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Sunil, you are now audible.
Yeah. Thank you, Ankit. So moving on to our next presentation, that is on Drishti, CMTI's online open innovation platform. I welcome Mr. Ankit for this. Before that, I will just brief you about his biodata. So Mr. Ankit K is a scientist at Center for Micro Nano Manufacturing and Metrology, Central Manufacturing Technology Institute, Bangalore. He has worked on various technologies like micro 3D additive manufacturing systems, focused ion beam and scanning electron microscopy, and thin film development for various applications. His current field of research is in the development of thin films for sensing, thermal interface, and corrosion resistance materials. He has developed CNTs and DLC, carbon nanotubes, and diamond-like carbon for various mechanical and optical applications. He has authored over 23 publications in various journals and conferences, one book chapter, one patent filed, and developed several technologies for industrial assimilation. You can contact or you can reach Mr. Ankit at his email ID, ankit at cmti.res.t. Now I welcome Mr. Ankit to proceed with his presentation. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Today I would be talking about our initiatives on the Open Innovation Platform, which CMTI and DHI together have come up on this whole new level. So let me share my presentation. Sunil, is my presentation visible?
Not yet, Ankit.
Okay, wait, hold on. Now can you see?
Now it's visible. Thank you.
So good morning once again. So what we would be doing, I'll do one thing probably. I will just cut off my video in order to save the bandwidth of all our viewers who are actually, on low bandwidth. So this will be easy for them. So here we go. So what is Drishti basically? So we say engage in a particular activity, collaborate as well as innovate. So collaborate with people, and then you can do a lot of great innovations. So with that concept, the Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises, along with CMTA, we decided to open a few open innovation hubs across various institutions in the entire country. So I will be introducing to you what this Drishti program is, and I will be mentioning to you who are the stakeholders and how they can participate in various capacities. Then talk about the sectors in which we actually are catering to in this program. What is the application process? What are the various schemes? And of course, there would be a small section on, in case there is any doubts, then I'll touch upon some few frequently asked questions. So coming to the introduction, so what is it? First is, it's very important in any collaborative venture to build a synergy between industries and individuals to solve industrial challenges that require tremendous R&D. And as the name suggests, the Open Innovation Platform is between two parties, basically. So one party is the party who needs a certain solution, and there is another person who is ready to give you that solution. So of course, you need a certain sort of synergy here. And coming to the technology gaps. So you need to identify certain technology gaps in the country which are not being addressed currently. So based on that, you can come up with some sort of product, or think about a product in which you feel that the innovation can happen. Then would be skill development. We would also look at aiming the skill set of people. So let's say if you find a merit in a certain proposal, and you feel that now the only thing that lacks is the kind of exposure, then probably the skill development would be a good place to start up with. The next is R&D. The whole thrust here is given to R&D. The entire problem solving is using R&D is what the entire program is all about, because there are a lot of MSMEs, a lot of industries who think on production, but then they also need to focus on R&D in order to to grow further. Probably they might not have enough the requisite amount that needs to be spent on R&D, or they do not have enough manpower, or they might not have enough time for this entire proceedings. So it's something like they can outsource R&D. So just to, again, I mean, that was the program introduction. So what is it about? So of course, as we've already been introduced before, so we are an institute under the Department of Heavy Industry. And also, so that is our thing. And we are the people who are actually the owners of this portal, and we will be moderating the entire portal over here. And then what happens here is that basically it's a website wherein industries will post certain challenges, right? And the individuals or colleges, the academia or small institutions can actually log into the portal to apply to these challenges and solve them. So in case you're a student, then it's a big win for you, because you earn while you learn, because industries will earmark a certain amount of money to you. And in the same while, it's a win-win situation to the industries, because the industries get their solution and they do not have to worry too much on R&D, because R&D is a kind of a lot of investment. So you can try getting into, you know, a sort of a frugal innovation, and which is even sustainable innovation, which will be able to benefit the industries. So the open innovation process, what is it actually? What are the needs and benefits? So first is the necessity. Why you need open innovation is because technological gaps and challenges. There are two aspects to this, and an organization cannot address to their problems. And as I told that, you know, one, you might need a core R&D area, which is not their thrust. And then sometimes you need continual R&D development. You don't have enough money, and then there is no expertise, or there is lack of manpower. So various things which cause these issues, and these can be addressed using open innovation. And what sort of challenges that you're going to address is that there are sometimes you have embargo restrictions on the country. You might have high capital investment. You want to indigenize. There is only import solution, and you want to indigenize the entire process. So it's going to be very beneficial and cost effective. And the major issue is you want quality manpower, which you are unable to have within a small time frame. So that you will be able to do it, or probably even you can't establish a lab within a very small period. So you can actually use the people as well as the labs of those people and start addressing your challenges. And what are the benefits here? And the major benefits would be rapid solution, collaborative innovation, and it's going to be win-win, as I've already said, that it's going to be a sustained economic activity. So we have partners. So the ministry has come up with 6 portals of the same kind. One, of course, is CMTI, as you are aware now. But ARAI from Pune has their own platform called as Technovus, and ICAT from Manesar have their portal on Aspire called as Aspire. IIT Madras has a portal called as Kite. BHEL has something called as Sanrachana, and HMT has something called as TechPort. So these platforms are having different goals. So for example, ARAI is into R&D and qualification of automobile certifications, whereas Aspire is more into building and testing platforms of automobiles. Kite actually is based out of a knowledge management system, and Sanrachana is more into the heavy industries and heavy electrical based systems, and HMT is into machine tools, and CMTI is both into machine tools as well as into manufacturing. So these are going to be the different aims of the platforms given. So what are the objectives of this entire portal? Would be A is platform, provide a platform for young engineers, for multidisciplinary and collaborative teams to come up with innovative solutions. Solve challenges, so we can consolidate expertise. Academia, R&D, industry can be pooled together to solve a particular challenge. Identification of proper technology gaps, so that you can come up to you can be globally competent, and also you can consolidate idea of all the think tanks for the products and technologies originated in India. Technology development would be indigenized, and also in the end, you can pool a lot of resources together. I mean, I don't know, in early 90s there used to be an advertisement in Doordarshan which says, united we stand, divided we fall. So it's something like that. So resource pooling is the new unity here, so that you can contribute more towards the success of R&D and production. So what outcomes do we envisage in this program? So one is you can earn and learn. So there is going to be a certain prize money to support the cost of the developing innovation. You are going to have a business opportunity. So you can collaborate and co-create with industries to commercialize and then understand to bring in somewhere like a TRL 7, 8, 9 sort of a product, so that you get even access to the market channels. Then you are going to get mentored, meaning like institutes like CMTI, or based on the sort of manufacturing or the product that you want to develop, a mentoring institution can be put up in case you ask for, and support and guidance would be given in that. And also innovation support, you can tap dedicated support for mentorship. So we can assign mentors, or you can look out for mentors. And CMTI is always there. You can use CMTI's expertise as well as use CMTI's facilities for developing the same. So who are all the stakeholders of this program? And essentially, there are going to be 3 different stakeholders. The first would be the problem owner, the person who actually posts the problem, who needs a solution. The second would be an innovator, who actually takes up the challenge and agrees to deliver a solution. And third is an expert, who actually either assesses the problem or kind of, I should say, assesses or in practical or mentors the entire program. So there are 3 different kinds of stakeholders. And what are their roles going to be? So the responsibilities of the problem owners is going to be, they are going to have, industries, centrally funded institutions, or public sector organizations will post challenges. So they will basically contain a brief on the project, its objectives, prerequisites of a particular, are expected of an innovator, and what is required for an innovation. The challenge will have a certain amount associated, which is already pre-declared, and the best proposal will be given this award phase-wise based on the periodic review and progress. So what is the responsibility of an innovator here? Innovators shall go through the posted challenges by the problem owners. They will carefully draft a proposal based on the format given on the website. So they will wait for their proposals to get granted. Now they can apply only to 5 challenges, and let's say if they get rejected. So let's say they apply to 5 and 2 gets rejected. So 3 is still in the pipeline. Then they will be allowed to apply to another 2. So that's how the portal works. But they can accept only 1 challenge, and only 1 project is allowed to be carried at any point of time. So of course, there is going to be a challenge timeline as well, and you have to accept the challenge within a particular timeline. So innovators could be students, it could be professors, or any other individuals. If they are students, they have to be mentored by professors. So what is the role of the experts over here? They will evaluate the challenges that are being posted for R&D content. the money apportion and practicality of the problem. So let's say if somebody says, that they want to, somebody posts a problem that they wish to go to moon, right? And well, okay, that's a problem. Is it practical enough? Yes, it is practical. So how are you going to go to the moon? So let's say he apportions for that about 2 lakh rupees, then we know it's not practical, right? So then that gets rejected. So that's how we see. Otherwise, if he says, no, I'm going to start up something like, be the next Blue Origin or be the next SpaceX, and that's why he says he wants to moon, and then he comes out with a proper plan, then yes, it's going to get posted. So that's one of it. The second would be they would evaluate the proposals even of innovators for R&D content. So it can't be that, let's say, if you've posted, a challenge like, for moon, and it seems to be practical now. And the question is, how do you travel from Earth to moon? So if he says he's going to travel by, he puts in a very beautiful words, but it ends up coming up as a meaning that he's going to travel by auto, then it makes no sense. So he's going to say that he's going to develop a rocket, how we have got a new startup from IIT Madras called as Agnikul Cosmos, and it says that, well, I'm going to use this technologies and come up with this sort of solution, and we are going to aim for the moon. Well, now we have practicality of the solution. There is a proper methodology and there is a technique followed. And then these experts are going to be subject matter in this field of the problem. And he could be an eminent person either from industry or, sort of a big professor. So now that this is clear, we are going to look into which sectors that Drishti is going to address. So it's very clear over here: mechanical, civil, and allied engineering topics. When I say civil, it's like civil structures used in mechanical applications. Then it's going to be manufacturing and production allied engineering topics. Then it's electronics, electrical, and allied engineering topics. And this is with respect to the mechanical and manufacturing for the machine tool sector. Then we are looking into smart, IoT, robotics, vision, even 3D printing will be looked into this. And then we'll also look into nanotechnology and nanomaterials and the allied material sciences. And finally, it's going to be metallurgy, materials, and the allied engineering topics. So anything and everything which is with respect to mechanical engineering, manufacturing engineering, and machine tool would come under into, would be addressed by the Drishti port. So how is going to be the application process? So first is going to be that in the first month, you're going to apply based on the proposal that is uploaded. So you'll have 1 to 2 months of time to upload your proposal. Once it's uploaded, the proposal is going to get evaluated. So within about 2 months' time, the experts shall evaluate the strategy and methodology for your of your proposal. And let's say if it gets selected, it then goes into the proof of concept stage, wherein you will have to demonstrate a lab scale setup or a lab scale device to prove to the industry who is offering the project. Later on, this proof of concept is demonstrated finally. And then if the industry finds it to be viable, they will ask you for a scale up. So you will have to then work with the industry to scale up this entire proof of concept, right? And this whole project delivery is aimed to be quick and efficient. So we want to finish it. The concept demo has to get over within 7 months, and the scale up should be within a year. So that's the speed at which we are looking into developing a technology here. So of course, this is a slightly older. We've already crossed about 1,465 registrations, and we have more than 251 experts, and we have more than 21 industries, if I'm correct, so on and so forth. So what are the schemes available here is that you have industrial challenges can be posted. We also have something called as a design innovation clinic, which was supposed to be held on March. I think it was on 5th, 6th, 7th, or 6th, 7th, 8th. But unfortunately, due to the lockdown in Karnataka, we had to postpone this program. We still don't know when we can have it. We had the first edition in 2019 in March. Then there is going to be innovation awards. So based on your innovation, some awards will be there. There is going to be grant challenges posted on this platform where the public can apply to grant challenges and get suitable award. And also we intend to support the grassroots innovation. So if you have some idea and you want to innovate, and that's possible using this. So for all the details, I request you to, or you want to contact us, just log into drishti.cmti.res.in. So the grant of a project, let's say you've got a grant, what is it required and what you need to do? So you will have to adhere to the policies and terms and conditions set by the portal. You will have to sign an agreement or an MOU with the funding organization, which we will not be responsible for. It's a bilateral agreement unless there is a mentorship involved. And based on the amount of mentorship that you are going to utilize, then we would think about a tripartite agreement. And this is clearly with respect to the legalities and IP issues. You shall adhere to the policies and terms and conditions set by the funding organization. We will not come in between. And you have to present and demonstrate the progress periodically. And the experts other than the industry people will also be there to suggest what sort of progress you need to do to continue further. So these are FAQs. I am not going to read out all these FAQs. In case you are having questions, probably I would then shift on to the FAQs and then answer it for you. So thank you very much. So this was our Drishti, and it's basically drishti.cmti.res.in. So if we have any questions, I request the moderator, Mr. Sunil, to to just if there are any questions.
Yeah, thank you, Ankit, for the informative presentation.
Thank you very much, Sunil.
Yeah, with these two presentations, we will come to an end for the today's session. So I request all the attendees of from industries and academia to make use of this platform, that is Open Innovation Platform, to reach to CMTI and get connected with industry as well as academia. So once again, I thank everyone who are all involved with this session. So thank you all again.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.